Hey folks, NephilimFree here. You know, people who defend evolution theory and this Big Bang idea and say it's all naturalism and creation is false and blah blah blah, materialism is true. You know, they invented dark matter a long time ago to plug the holes in their early Big Bang theories, and they've been applying it as a fixer, a filler to all the holes in all their secular theories ever since, you know, to try to argue away from creation. But it just gets more funny all the time. I've said many times before, evolutionists provide all the evidence in the world necessary to discredit evolution theory. All you have to do is read between the lines and accept what they say. But here's something interesting. Serious blow to dark matter theories, says new study, the Science Daily, one of the world's most popular science websites, definitely a godless secular source. Mysterious lack of dark matter in sun's neighborhood. In other words, you see, they say that the universe, the solar system in our universe, should be chock full of dark matter because there's not enough matter for gravity to act the way it does with some of the bodies in space, especially galaxies, spiral galaxies. So they're saying, here they say, the most accurate study so far of the motions of the stars in the Milky Way has found no evidence for dark matter in a large volume around the sun. According to widely held theories, the solar neighborhood was expected to be filled with dark matter and a mysterious, invisible substance that can only be detected by the gravitational force it exerts. But a new study by a team of astronomers in Chile has found that these theories do not fit the observable facts. That's science, right? What is observable, testable, repeatable? That's science. Fantasies about what coulda, shoulda, woulda, if you don't find any evidence for it, is not science, you see. Coulda, woulda, shoulda only applies to a hypothesis. If you don't find the evidence for the coulda, woulda, shoulda, you discard it and start a new hypothesis to form a theory. That's how science is supposed to work. But not with these people. No, evolutionists don't work with science. They're anti-science, see. We say it's there, and that's what fixes the problem, and that's the way it is. That's science to these people. You see, evolutionism, uniformitarianism, they're not scientific. They're anti-science. It says here, this may mean that attempts to directly detect dark matter particles on Earth are likely to be unsuccessful. Well, they've been trying for a long time to get labs around the Earth trying to find it, and they can't. See? They state here, the amount of mass that we derive matches very well with what we see, stars, dust, and gas, in the region around the sun. In other words, the matter that we see is what seems to be there, nothing more. See? Where's all this imaginary dark matter? They say this, but this leaves no room for the extra material dark matter that we were expecting. Our calculations show that it should have been up very clearly in our measurements, but it's just not there. You see? Dark matter doesn't even exist, folks. It's something they invented to try to fill the hole in their theories which do not work. The Big Bang theory, it does not work. The accretion disk theory for the formation of the solar system does not work. The theory for how Saturn and Uranus and all the planets came into being do not work. See, and dark matter is one of their excuses. Here it is. Milky Way study makes dark matter theory murky. Munich, Germany, April 18th. A study of stars around the Milky Way found no evidence for dark matter in a large volume around the sun. A blow to the current cosmological theories, scientists say. Yeah. Now, the next time, folks, really, the next time you hear an evotard say to you, an evolution defender say, well, dark matters, man, that's what's doing it. You don't understand nothing about science. Tell them dark matter's not science. It's anti-science. It's invented. It's fabricated. That just like certain particles, certain kinds of matter, they invented to make their Big Bang theory work. If you don't even have, it's not even plausible if you don't have the imaginary kinds of matter that existed early in this supposed Big Bang. They invented all kinds of things. Like punctuated equilibria with the fossil record. Well, the fossils don't seem to show any transition. That's because it happened so fast that it didn't leave any record behind and it eroded away. See, the absence of evidence to them is evidence that it happened too quickly for us to find the evidence, when the fossil record, if evolution were true, would be rife with transitional forms. It would be so many of them, there would be billions times billions. We should have a fossil record littered with them. Should be full of them. There shouldn't be any problem demonstrating by laying one fossil next to each other of the morphological change of one kind of creature into a new one. See? Anyway, back to this. Dark matter mystery deepens. Science Daily, October 17th, 2011. Like all galaxies, our Milky Way is home to a strange substance called dark matter. Dark matter is invisible, betraying its presence only through gravitational pull. Blah, 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 blah. After completing this study, we know far less about dark matter than we did before. That's what they say, said the lead author, Matt Walker, a Hubble Fellow at the Harvard Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics. Our measurements contradict the basic prediction about the structure of cold, dark matter in dwarf galaxies. Unless or until theories that can modify that prediction, cold, dark matter is inconsistent with the observable data. See, science is what? Observable, testable, and repeatable, right? So what was dark matter ever scientific? It never was. It's something they invented to plug all the holes in their godless anti-creation theories. See, God created the heavens and the earth, and science is bearing it out. It always has been. Here's another. Nearby dark matter-free zone poses a cosmic conundrum. April 2012. Invisible dark matter is supposed to make up 80% of their universe's mass, but a new study of nearby stars and galaxies suggests our patch of the cosmos could be totally free of the stuff. Totally free. This claim is that the volume of dark in this volume there is no dark matter. University of Chile. See? Where's the dark matter that fills their godless theories, their anti-creation theories? It's not there. Folks, listen to me. I've said it millions of times. Okay, not millions. I've said it many times. Dark matter is just something they invented to fill the holes in their theories. It doesn't even exist. Dark matter mystery. Why are 400 stars moving as though there's nothing there? See, this is another recent discovery. The theory of dark matter took decades to take hold in astronomy, and it's no wonder. No, it didn't. That's a lie. They've been putting it forth for a long time now. Didn't take no atheist secular astronomy theory or biological theory takes decades to take hold. That's a lie. They push it into science right away because it fills a hole. That's not true. They got this idea from the secular camp and they swallowed it. It's pretty tough to wrap your mind around the notion that some mysterious invisible substance pervades the cosmos. Yeah, kinda. And even tougher, it says, to accept that it outweighs ordinary matter by a factor of 6 to 1 at least. Yeah, I agree. If evidence eventually trumped incredibility, though, and all right, sure it did, yeah, sure. And by the 1980s, the vast majority of the scientists were on board with the idea. Nutty though it might seem, of course it is. That's dark matter for you. That's their godless theories. Nutty as it might seem is right. They say here, our calculations show. Okay, see. They took the motion of 400 stars in the broadly defined neighborhood of the Sun, concluded that the Milky Way, they're all moving and consistent with conventional ideas about dark matter. Our calculations show that the evidence that dark matter should have, this is the same study written up in a different way. It's just not there. Look at this. It's not there. But it's just not there. In other words, the motion of these 400 stars should be under the influence of dark matter. But it's not. Why? Because dark matter doesn't exist. That's why. Another. Dark fluid. Dark matter and dark energy may be two faces of the same coin. Oh, that's another invention of theirs. Not only is there dark matter, there's dark energy. It gets more funny all the time. Simply the dark side of the universe. Yeah, the dark side. Welcome to the dark side, Luke Skywalker. Luke, welcome to the dark side. Luke, I am your Antichrist. 4% of the universe is made of unknown material. 96% is traditionally labeled in two sectors, dark matter and dark energy. They claim 96% of this universe is made of this stuff. Why? Because their theories don't work without the extra gravitational pull or forces. And so they invent dark matter. And this is one reason why spiral galaxies, they spin 10 times too fast on the outside. The inside spins in correlation to the outside, which means the outside is spinning so fast it should literally rip itself apart and should never have actually formed. But how do they fix this? By claiming dark matter surrounds them. Right. Dark matter and dark energy. See, Zwicky noticed in 1933 that these galaxies spin that way. The inside, like a phonograph record, the inside spins at the same speed with the outside. They go around together. Okay? Instead of a vortex where the outside should be spinning far less slower, and the inside should, the closer you get to the inside, faster it should be spinning. See? It's not, they don't operate like a vortex. They look like one. They don't operate like one. There's no explanation for this. None. So they invent dark matter. See? Unbelievable. So the next time, keep a copy of these links, folks, these articles to this. And the next time an evolutionist tells you dark matter, explains things that are, why the accretion disk, or explains the, was flat instead of a sphere, or why the galaxies or spiral galaxies don't rip apart and how they could have formed and why they operate the way they do. Next time any of they say dark matter, this, blah, 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 tell them nonsense. Ask them where's the evidence, the physical evidence for dark matter. If they tell you gravitational lensing, because we can point a laser or a light beam towards a galaxy and it bends as it hits in, that means the dark matter's pointed in. No, that means the gravity of the galaxy is pulling it, bending the light, not your imaginary dark matter. But that's what they'll tell you, see? They'll say, well, gravitational lensing. See, no, there's no evidence of that. You point a light into space, and if you see it bend, that doesn't mean dark matter's there. It means it's bending, and you don't know why. Okay? It could be a planetoid out there, half the size of our sun, that doesn't put out light or reflect light. A non-reflective dark body out there that could be massive, and we just don't see it because it's non-reflective, right? And it might even be separate from other bodies. Do you know there are hundreds and hundreds of Venus-sized planets, rogue planets, floating around in our universe? They're free-floating. Without it, they have no solar system. They're not part of anything. They're just floating off. That contradicts their secular theories about the universe itself. You see? How do we know you're not pointing towards something like that? They don't know. So it's not scientific to say dark matter in gravitational lensing. Because the light bends doesn't mean dark matter's there. It means we don't know what's bending it. Now we need to find out. But see how evolutionists work? Anti-science? Because the light bends, dark matter. That's what did it. You can ask them, well, how do you know? Well, because dark matter. Well, how do you know? Because dark matter. Okay, but how do you know it's dark matter? Because dark matter. See, that's their answer. It's not science. It's anti-science, folks. Uniformitarianism, evolutionism, the Big Bang Theory, the theories about all of the accretion disk, all of the secular theories to explain away the physical world around us are fallacious. They don't hold water, and they invent things. They're anti-science. These materialistic views, these godless theories, are anti-science. They do more harm to science. They suck a ton of money for research that provides no knowledge or benefit to mankind. It's a huge waste of money. Okay, so anyway, make fun of an evolutionist next time he talks about